Hey, this is Uppbeat and coming to you with another video here. We just went through the showcases, what was the E3 time, and we had Summer Game Fest, and we had the Xbox Showcase and Ubisoft Forward and whatnot. Just kind of wanted to go over where things are with that. So the showcase for Xbox was fantastic, and then there's the question of, hey, will this kind of continue? So I just kind of want to go over where that would be going forward. And I put together a list of kind of what we had, and there were apparently like 17 first-party things. I kind of wanted to go over what that would look like going forward. The showcase was fantastic for Xbox this year. I certainly gave it a 10 out of 10. It's an unbelievably great showcase, probably one of the top in gaming history. But I wanted to go over more what it would look like as we go into next June or the June following that. Would this kind of continue the way it's going? So I broke down like what we got from that showcase. So if you look at what would happen going into the next showcase, there are going to be live games that will be updated. So you're going to have 5, probably more every year, with some live updates and then some DLC that like we had with Shattered Space with Starfield. So there's going to be a big chunk right there. So let's say there's 5 of those out of the 17 we got. We actually had 6 this time. You have that, plus you're going to have Call of Duty, and that's going to kind of always show up. So that's a big chunk right there, right? And then you're going to have the 4 to 5 that are going to be for this year, 4 to 5 for the following year, and then a couple of unknowns that we will get some surprises, and then some that we just don't have release dates for. So that's going to kind of be the pattern, right? So next year I would expect you'd have the same sort of 5 or 6. There'll be the live service update games, right? So you're going to have your Elder Scrolls Online update, your Fallout 76, Sea of Thieves, etc., right? Those are going to be there. World of Warcraft has a trilogy of new, expansions coming, and the first of which drops this year. So that's going to continue. You can assume there'll be other games that will have a DLC or an expansion on their seasons, so you'll probably see those there, right? So let's say there's 5 of those. Call of Duty, you got 6 of those. They're going to give us updates for these games that they've already scheduled for 2025, right? We've got Doom and South of Midnight and Fable. Now, maybe one of these comes out before the showcase. Fair enough. But there'll still be something that they can give us on, say, State of Decay or Gears or Perfect Dark, right? So you have those already there. And then they're going to have the other ones, right? There's still Everwild or Clockwork Revolution and so many other games they're still working on. And all of that will be shown for the 2026 slate, right? So we'll have some games probably in the same range, 3 or 4, that they're going to say are 2026 games, but there'll be a handful that are going to be 2025 games, right? So you're going to have that same 4 or 5 on top of your live service, 4 or 5 for the following year, and then 1 or 2 surprises. So you're always going to have 15 to 20 first party games being showcased every year. That's kind of the pattern now with the number of studios they have, the number of development teams they have at Xbox. This is going to kind of be the pattern they just have. So we should kind of expect this consistency. There might be an off year where they only show you like 10 to 15. It's a possibility, but it's unlikely given that you have a good 6 to 7 like just live updates, right? It could be you have Call of Duty, right, and then you have these other 5 to 6, right? You're just gonna have those kind of constantly there. So it's hard to imagine they wouldn't have 10 plus. More likely, 13, 14, 15 plus games first party, right? Along with all the third party stuff. Like in this case, we had, Stalker 2, we had Fragpunk, we had, Dragon Age, Veilguard, I think it was called, whatever the new name is. the Assassin's Creed Shadows, new trailer, on and on, right? So they had, and then Expedition 33 and Wu Chang, and there was so many other games, right? All those third-party things that they put in as well. You have that on top of a good number of first-party games. So you should kind of expect a very similar showcase next year and the year after, and depending on what games are coming in, some of them may be for you, may not be for you. I also threw in the two that are not in the showcase but are coming this year, and you can see sort of like the output for the year. You've got a good number of games coming in first party, from Xbox, right? Not including just the live updates, right? You do have a Call of Duty, and then you have these four, and then the two that have been announced as part of the Developer Direct with Ara and Hellblade 2. Hellblade 2 has already come out, of course, and you still have Ara coming in September. And then you have these other ones coming out. Most of them now have dates, except for Indiana Jones, and Avowed officially does not have a date, but we got the leak, so we're assuming it'll be that time frame. But that's what you're going to see. And so ongoing, I would expect the Xbox Showcase to sort of have that many large titles to showcase every year, and that is going to be kind of exciting. Hopefully people will be excited to see the Xbox Showcase. All these games come in day and date to Game Pass, which is fantastic for those who want a value proposition of having a lot of very good games available to you. This is a fantastic proposition from the Xbox side. Hopefully the other showcases will show up. We had a state of play, as I like to call it, state of decay. They have not really done much on the PlayStation side to entice people yet. Hopefully that changes, but there are challenges on that side of the aisle. They decided to pivot under the Jim Ryan era to doing games as a service with their core great studios, and unfortunately that didn't really pan out, and a lot of those games got canceled, and now they have to pivot back. Hopefully they still have something to showcase, but they really haven't done that for a while now. So hopefully we get something there. Nintendo, of course, is holding a lot of that for their console reveal, and they've delayed their console to next year. And so I'm excited to see what they do. Hopefully by the end of the year, we're going to see what they have. They are due for a lot of new releases for plenty of their franchises, and I'm sure they have some great surprises in store for new things. Nintendo is usually really, really good at releasing a whole bunch of games, and quietly they just keep doing really well in the industry. So I don't have any concern with them. I'm sure they'll be fine. But they actually have a whole console coming out, new gen console coming out next year, and there will be a lot of cool games that will come with it next year. That will be awesome. So I'm sure that will be fantastic. I don't know if they plan to come back to sort of the June timeframe with a showcase, but if they don't, I know the year's going to be pretty packed with games for them anyway. But I fully expect next year to be just as awesome. So you should look forward to another great showcase coming in from Xbox, and that'll probably be replicated year to year to year. And this is kind of what they were looking to do to get people into Game Pass. You want to have, a very exciting roadmap so that people stay, subscribed and have a reason to subscribe to the service. And Call of Duty is awesome. Having EA games in there is awesome. A lot of the casual games are now in Game Pass, along with all these exciting other games if you ever wanted to play any of these. And there's a variety of different types of games and genres, so they cover the bases. So it's pretty good showcase, and hopefully it continues that way. So awesome. If everybody else feels the same way, let me know in the comments what you think is going to happen. And if you think it's going to be the same next year, it's going to be less, it's going to be better. What do you think is going to happen as the Xbox studios start churning out all these games and putting them in Game Pass? Do you think we're going to have showcases like this, or is it going to be a letdown in the future, or is it going to be just about the same? Maybe they'll ramp it up, ramp it down. What do you think is going to happen? All right, I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks. Hey there, I wrote a book, and I'd love for you to check it out. If you want to check out my book, you can go to the link that's in this, right here shop.chani.us, and it will direct you towards the books page in your country in Amazon, so you can go check it out there. And yeah, I'd love to see if you're interested, and let me know in the comments if you liked it. Better yet, leave a review on Amazon if you liked it, and enjoy the book. Thanks.